There's nothing in this world that cannot be explained with logic and reason.
Recently, we started playing Sherlock Holmes Awakened. This is a remake of the 2006 Sherlock game that essentially sees you playing the titular character, going through and solving different mysteries and piecing together various clues in order to move the story forward. You go to various different locations, including New Orleans, a spooky asylum, and all sorts of other places throughout the 8 chapters of the story. So far, we're about halfway through, and then we are going to be doing a final review once we complete the game. Previously from this developer, we had also played, I can't quite remember the name of the game. The Sinking City. We had made it halfway through the Sinking City previously before kind of just stopping, and then our save got deleted so we couldn't go back. However, this definitely reminds me a lot of that game. Basically, in each different area, you have to complete different pieces of dialogue in order to move the story forward and to gather different clues. These clues can then be pieced together in this menu that then gives you further information about the overall story. On top of that, you can pin different pieces of evidence in order to show that evidence to the different NPCs, which some of them might have information that will help you solve the case as well. Beyond this, there are different fast travel points in each different location that you can utilize in order to get across the map quickly. You meet different characters along the way that are either part of the mystery or move it forward. I really enjoy the pinning of the evidence, as it really makes you have to rethink interactions and think harshly about, who you'll interact with next and what piece of evidence might get you to that next piece of vital information. And on top of that, piecing together the clues is pretty satisfying, and really the one thing I would say that would be good is if there were some sort of problem that arises if you guess too many times the wrong combination of answers to a certain question, because you can go through and just piece together the same piece of information over and over again, and the only thing that really kind of makes you want to do that quicker or get the right answer faster is just simply that, to get it done faster. There is also another aspect where you can search various different clue spots, and basically you can just look over different things that'll give you a bit more information towards the story as well. And there are also detective modes that give you little pieces of information and sometimes help you see clues that you wouldn't see otherwise. There is also a thing in investigation mode where you can go ahead and find the different clues, and then in certain situations it sets up different points that you can go through and choose what your version of events you think would happen are, and then you have to validate those, and if they are not correct, you have to go back and fix it until you get the correct one. There is another little piece, although it doesn't really affect the story, where essentially you can go ahead and piece together information and then guess something about the person that you're kind of piecing the information together about. For example, it might say, do you think this person is lying, or do you think that they're telling the truth? Do you think this child was abused? Do you think they were not? The only thing I would say that this does, however, is add slight new pieces of dialogue to the story that you wouldn't get otherwise, but usually it's just shaming you for getting it wrong, which is definitely, doesn't feel very good. Overall, I think this is a very unique way to do puzzle stories and makes it really feel like you're going to through and piecing together the information yourself, and really is quite fun and a unique way of doing it that I haven't seen any other developer do either. On top of that, it nails the whole Sherlock thing, and having it where Sherlock is a bit younger I find to be quite interesting too. The one thing I would say is that for this being like a Cthulhu Lovecraft game, it doesn't really have much Cthulhu within it. There has been one little bit of like a Cthulhu part, however, halfway through into chapter 5, we still haven't gotten anything other than that. Overall, right now, I'm going to put the game at 3 out of 4 stars. The pacing is a little better than Sinking City. What do you guys think? Do you think this game is good or bad? Have you played it before? Let me know in the comments down below. Besides that, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. That'll pop up during the outro, and the rest of our links are down in the description too. We also have a Discord you can join if you want to talk about video games with us, and we have all sorts of other stuff you can check out as well down in the description below. Alright guys, I'll see you all in the next one.
I spaced out of my head to the depths of the universe. It's a spell or a chance just to open up a newer card.